Now we can go back to the user entity, and in here we'll use TypeORM decorators to map this entity to the database. So let's begin. First, to indicate that the user entity should be mapped as a database table, I will mark the class itself with the decorator entity. Now, the ID is the primary key, so I'll mark it with primary generated column. So this will be mapped as the primary column and also auto-generated. By default, this will become a serial ID. We could use another kind of auto-generated ID if we wanted, like UUID, but let's leave it as a serial ID. Now I can map the other attributes as normal columns. With the column decorator. As they are strings, they will by default be mapped as varchar. And lastly, let's indicate that email and phone should be unique columns. It would be nice if we could have columns for the dates when a record was created or last updated. So let's do this now. In here, I'll create two new attributes. Created at of type date and updated at of same type. And to have this behavior, I just need to decorate them with the following TypeORM decorators. Create date column and update date column. As this will be a recurring pattern, I'll use a slightly different approach. I will encapsulate these dates in an embedded entity. So I will cut them, and in the common folder, I will create folder embedded, and in here I'll create the file registry dates.embedded. Now I will export the class registry dates and here I will paste the dates and import the decorators again. Remember that if the import does not appear, just reload the window. With this class, I can then return to the user entity, and in here, insert the registry dates. And mark it as a normal column. But as this is an embedded entity and not a primitive type anymore, I'll need to explicit this with an anonymous function that returns the type. And lastly, I'll set the option prefix false, because by default, TypeORM prefixes the embedded entity, but I do not want this prefix. And so with this, we have our entity mapped to the database. So let's commit the changes to finish the lesson. Mapping user entity to database table. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to apply this mapping using migrations.